Hey guys, welcome into post-show headlines. I'm Andrew Salciunas with my man John Kincade. I am not doing headlines tomorrow. You will be doing it with, you know who yet? Brendan.
I think I'm going to do it with Brendan tomorrow.
Okay, Haley did it the last time. So B Gunn will be sitting in either this seat or that seat tomorrow. So we moved the listener sent in questions up a day early. And
yes.
What's the theme today, Johnny?
Today's theme is I found 5 questions and I go through them all and I'm like, okay, a lot of people ask us about our childhoods.
Okay.
So they're all questions and none of them are deep.
Okay,
so I found 5 non-deep.
Good, because I got a lot of issues from back.
So yeah, I didn't want to get into any of those.
And keep on sending these in. Yes. Last week we did Jersey Shore questions.
So it was good.
We did a random mixed bag a couple of weeks ago.
So this was I found this theme.
Okay.
So as we start, so we'll go with Scat.
What's up, Scat?
Scat on X.
Okay.
Scat teaches basketball instruction too, by the way. On
Love
the side.
that. That's awesome.
Who was your favorite childhood superhero?
Spider-Man.
Batman.
Okay.
I love Batman.
My man had no superpowers whatsoever.
You see, but I love that. You see, I love that because I love intellect, planning, thinking. I thought you were going to go Batman because you do, like me.
I love Batman.
You like planning. You like thinking things out. Whereas Spider-Man, it was completely accident. He got bit by a bug.
Yeah, it was.
And if he had more indoor-outdoor,
that would have
he
happened.
never becomes anything like that.
Yeah, but he was living in New York City. There's bugs everywhere.
Yeah, that is the truth.
But that movie also came out 2002. It was actually, if you remember, it was supposed to come out in 2001, right around when 9/11 happened, and they pushed it.
Well, you see, I grew up with Spider-Man.
Right, yeah. But I grew up with the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I would have been 9, 10 years old. It was freaking awesome. I just love the web, and he could jump and all that kind of stuff.
Anybody picturing Tobey Maguire as a superhero?
He did a good job, man.
I mean, seriously.
He did a great job in those
movies. Sort of like
movies.
Michael Keaton.
Now, what I will say,
Batman.
the Batman, like Batman's
seriously.
awesome. The Dark Knight trilogy was great. The dumbest concept of a movie ever was Batman versus Superman. That fight ends in 3 seconds in real life.
Superman kills him.
Yes. How they turned that into a movie.
Unless Batman has kryptonite like gloves on.
Yeah. But okay. Doesn't Superman have the laser eyes?
Yeah, but if he has kryptonite, then he's crippled.
No, he has to touch him with the kryptonite.
No. Just be
near it. Okay.
Yeah, just be near it.
You mean
it's sort of like Wi-Fi.
You mean to tell me Superman can't snipe him with his laser eyes?
Well, I would think Superman could get him like in the nuggets.
I'm just saying,
with his laser, burn his nuggets.
There's no fight there. Like that should end in 3 seconds.
Well, I would just say is that Batman loved Batman. Batman did not need Robin.
Nah.
That's the thing that was always sort of stupid. He did not need to have a teenager running around with him, which I always thought was a little strange. Okay, good job there. And Scott,
what are you saying about Adam West, R.I.P.?
Exactly. Gary on X.
What's up, Gary?
The kind of student that we were in grade school and high school, Gary has just ended his 30th year teaching this year.
Good
so
job,
congratulations to Gary.
3-0.
Gary has taught in the public school system for 30 years.
God bless you.
And Gary has gotten done, he says, the war zone of 30 years because the last 6 years he has taught 7th grade boys.
Yeah, and COVID.
He's more talking about 7th grade boys.
Yeah, that's true.
He said it's a war zone right now. He's moving to high school for his last.
Oh wow! Really?
He's going to teach high school because they need him in the district.
They brought in the vet. They brought in Carl Landry to help grow somebody.
But he says he's going to get a lot of the same kids.
Yeah, I
that
bet.
He's already taught.
I bet
he's going to get them again, and he loved them though.
What kind of a student?
What kind of student were you in grade school and then high school? Did you change between grade school and high school?
Yeah, grade school I was like the darling. I was like the cute little kid. But like high school, I don't sugarcoat it. I was not a good kid. Like who you guys know as Andrew Salciunas today is not who Andrew Salciunas was.
So you were
like
bad.
15 years ago. It wasn't even that I was a prick. Like
really?
Yeah, dude. Like
so we wouldn't have been friends.
No, but like the thing is like I wasn't like in the cool crowd, but like I don't know. Like,
did you float? Were you a floater?
Yeah, just
were you a floater?
Like I could get along with everybody.
Okay, so you're a floater.
But like I have a sarcastic attitude, and obviously when you're 15, 16, 17, everybody's like hormones are going all over the place. That could cause some ruffled feathers here and there.
He wants to know about student though.
Yeah.
So, like, what kind of student were you?
I would fall asleep in class
really?
and not care. And,
Wow.
It kind of continued into college once I got here.
My grade school, it's funny, is my mom kept grade school report cards for whatever reason. Like Betty kept stuff. And Olivia would laugh going through them because she'd go, Dad, 89, 89, 80. Like my GPA was like 89.
It's good.
But it was always 89.
Yeah.
Like no matter what happened.
Consistent.
But never got better. Never got worse. Just sort of hung around that number and never did. And high school, I would get 4 A's and 2 C's on almost every report card.
Yeah.
And my dad would go,
what about the C's?
Look at them and say, so what are we going to do to get these C's to be A's?
Yeah. Instead of congratulating you for the A's. Yeah.
He never did. And I swore as a parent, I was never going to do that to my kid.
Yeah.
And my kid goes, yeah, luckily I never gave you anything but A's.
Yeah.
He goes, that's probably what your dad
made
wanted.
it easier for you.
Probably what your dad wanted.
I never failed a class in any level of school. Like, I don't want it to seem like I was like a freaking moron idiot that didn't pay any attention. But like, when I say C's get degrees,
yeah,
I kind of mean it.
I told you, shameful thing. I cheated on a test in 9th grade in Easy Ed Carey's class, which meant he caught me, had the answers inside my tie,
oh my God.
Got a 0. And it was a class that I got a 98 in first semester.
Yeah. So there was no need for you to have cheated.
To be cheating. But Mr. Carey's thing, he gave 4 tests a quarter and you got to drop your lowest grade.
Oh, that's nice.
So I went in and said, I'm going to drop that grade. And
yeah, of course.
You think that's the ethical thing to do? And
Hell yeah.
And I did. Shamefully, I said, yeah, I'm going to do that.
Sophomore year of high school, a girl cheated off of me.
Uh-huh.
I married her many years later.
Really?
Yeah, how about that?
Wow.
English class, pop quiz. It was like a vocab
so
quiz.
Christy was a cheater?
Yes, she was.
Wow.
Thankfully, just in school.
Little saucy. Tony on Instagram says the cartoons.
At least I think.
The cartoons you ate your cereal to, and what cereal were you eating? Interesting question.
Anything was sugar,
He heard
us
talk on post show headlines about the cereal.
Yeah, like I like Raisin Bran
right,
with the
so
granola.
He asked that question. He goes,
yeah.
What cereal were you eating while you were watching cartoons?
Anything with sugar, but even though you found out today that I grew up in Willowbrook Farms.
Willowbrook Farms. Yes.
Obviously, market crashes and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Not to get deep. My mom had to really shop off-brand, which is where I sort of fell in love. I fell in love with off-brand stuff. So instead of like Fruity Pebbles, it was Colored Rocks.
Did they call it that?
Yeah, I think that's what it was called.
Really?
Instead of Cocoa Puffs, it was like chocolate rocks, like something like that. So anything with sugar that was off-brand. And the cartoons, like I watched SportsCenter. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to sound boring.
You never watch cartoons?
Like I watched SpongeBob, but that wasn't in the morning. That wasn't a Saturday morning thing.
Different generation, but Scooby-Doo always was the go-to. Love Scooby-Doo. See,
I grew up with MLB Network, right? Like I grew up with those channels. So
see, once 8th grade came and ESPN was created, I was like, first I want to work there. Thank God something happened, and now we both got to, which is great. Yeah. But I would watch in the summers. I'd watch the SportsCenter rerun over and over and over again. Yeah, they'd replay it over and over.
Back when it was Comcast Sportsnet. The Sunrise.
Ron Burke, right?
Yeah. What was it called?
Ron Burke.
Sports Rise. They still have it now. Yeah. But yeah, I used to love. That's what I watched. I was more that before cartoons.
I'd eat Raisin Bran.
I love Raisin Bran
because that was the only cereal that my mom would not let me have.
Crunch, man, you got to try it.
No, not Crunch. She wouldn't buy the Crunch. Raina on Instagram. Always trying to put a female listener because the female listeners.
Raina's a beautiful name.
I think I know why they like Kincade and Salciunas. Just saying, Raina, we appreciate you. How did you spend your unsupervised summer days when you were in grade school?
Well, grade school or like high school?
Unsupervised summer days. Did you have unsupervised summer days when you were in grade school? I did. Raina shared a little story in her note of why she asked the question.
Okay.
So I will not tell you that till you say it. Raina is a little older than you and younger than me. So she falls in the middle. I
was responsible enough where, like, if my parents did leave the house, I would tell them that I was like going somewhere.
Okay, what would you do? They're unsupervised. They're not with you.
Yeah,
you're in grade school.
So I was outside all the time.
Okay, so what'd you do?
I'm a I've told you this before. The Kerseys, who were one of my neighbors, my buddy Joe, he lived with his back up to the woods, like the back. So we would go to the woods and we would go deep.
Did you dig a fort?
We built a fort.
Built a fort?
We had a whole hangout thing, and every week we go a little bit further out. There was one day where a hunter, like, reamed us out because we weren't wearing any orange gear. Oh yeah. So we would just do dumb stuff in the woods. You know what I mean?
We built a fort in the woods once, and it was a fort that had like a one of those pallets, wooden pallets, and then we built it with thatch.
Yeah.
So we had like an underground. We dug it out.
That's
everything,
awesome.
and had like an underground fort, and we could put the lid on it, and it looked like it had ground cover.
Yeah.
And we were out there like one night, like twilight, and then there were people walking out there. It was and it was dark.
Yeah.
And we didn't know who the people were.
So you just kept quiet.
And the voices and again, we were like, oh, ready to poop ourselves.
They were looking for a place to bury a
body. We were scared.
And I grew up, my neighborhood, there was a park across the street.
Okay.
So I ride my bike to the park all the time just because
we loved there. We rode our bikes.
First place I ever got punched in the face was at that park.
See? But that's why you're a respectful person, because you did get punched in the face.
Because I've gotten punched in the face, and I punched right.
Raina told a story because her children watch us when they eat breakfast.
What's up? Raina's
children.
Nice.
And they're kids. And they want more unsupervised time this summer to be able to ride their bikes.
I think that's cool.
You mentioned riding the bikes.
Yeah.
And they live in a cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
And she has said to them, they live in a neighborhood. And so Raina has said, ride your bikes anywhere you want within the community.
Yeah, and plus, I imagine, I'm just going to guess Raina's kids may have some sort of phone. Like, I didn't have
They do.
I didn't have a phone till 8th grade.
And so she says, within the community, is that fair?
Right.
So her kids will watch this.
Yeah.
So what do we say?
I say...
by the way, I think 6th and 4th next year.
Okay. Ms. Raina and your kids, I say yes, but don't waste the opportunity.
Yes.
Like, if you do something
stupid, don't mess around, right? Then it's
you will lose. Like, my parents gave me the leash,
right, to hang yourself though.
And if I did something bad, that leash was gone. Trust me, my sister had much less freedom than I did because I kind of respected the leash a little bit more.
All right, last up, Will on X.
What's up, Will?
Did you ever cry after your team lost as a fan or as a player when you were a little kid?
Player, I never really had that emotion. Like gut-wrenching.
As a player?
I struck out once to end the game, and I cried. And my dad was basically like, you're playing again tomorrow. And that was like the only time I remember crying.
I had a game where I was never a star player. Never a star player ever in my life playing baseball. Ever.
You're number one in our hearts.
I had a bottom of the 5th inning hit, which was rare that I got a big hit to put my team ahead in a big game. And we were leading. And in the top of the 6th, I made an error that cost us the lead. And I had to hold back tears because we ended up losing the game.
Yeah.
So I went from, oh my God, today I'm going to be the kid at the ice at the snack bar.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Mark Cherokee. It's not going to be one of the other star kids.
Yeah.
It's going to be me. I'm the star today. And I blew it.
Yeah.
I blew it. And it went off my glove.
You said this wasn't going to get deep.
And I blew it.
He's about to start. He's tearing up now.
And I got tears. I held back the tears until later. And then I cried.
Cried when Larry Brown got fired.
You did? Okay.
Cried when AI got traded. So very close. Very close those 2 times. And I've told you the remote.
How old were you when AI got traded?
Well, 2003. So I was 9 or 10 years old.
And
he was my hero.
Okay,
he was my hero.
Okay. Yeah, I can get that.
And then when Ryan Howard went down looking against the Giants to end the NLCS, that's when I threw the remote and put a little hole in the wall.
You didn't cry then, though.
No, I was just furious.
Your mom should have kicked your butt.
And my dad said, I understand, just don't do it again.
Andrew
my
returns
dad for being cool.
Monday on Post Show Headlines.
Yeah, I'm on the air tomorrow.
Brendan will join me tomorrow. You're going to be a good dad tomorrow, though.
Yes, my wife is going away for a bachelorette party, which these are now...
Wait a minute.
These are now 4 days.
Wait a minute. We heard that in high school, She cheated.
She cheated.
But she's not cheating this at a bachelorette party.
I hope not.
She's not.
So I'm
She's not like that.
And by the way, you say I'm being a good dad. Yeah, I'm being a good dad, bringing my son down the shore and bringing 3 of my buddies with me. It's going to be 4 men and a baby, man.
I think I've seen that movie. Have a great weekend, everybody.
See you
Oh, no,
guys.
I'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah, you'll be working. Bye. Hey guys, Andrew Salciunas from Kincade and Salciunas. Thank you for checking out all of our stuff on YouTube. Make sure you click, like, subscribe on everything that you see. And of course, you can see everything from our YouTube feed. Full shows, interviews, when John's being an idiot, which is like 15 times a day. So make sure you check out all of our stuff on YouTube. We appreciate it.